in your earlier life, you started as a talent manager. You managed models, and you worked with Jerry Hall, Naomi Campbell, Liv Tyler, Tyra Banks even. What was that like?
Well, it's just what I did, you know. I left home when I was 17 because my father read my diary, but that's for another show. And I left in a hurry, started working in a restaurant, and then I saw an ad for a booker in a model agency. This was 1983, where we didn't have the knowledge that we have now of that industry. There were no shows like Top Model and all of that. And but I knew people in the industry, and I thought, well, it would be a good fill-in. I didn't think it would last 31 years.
Right.
And so we didn't really know what we had. You know, I started my career before there was even a fax machine. We had a telephone and the arrogance of youth, and I was fearless in those days, and Naomi was just a girl we found in the street round the corner in Covent Garden. It took about a year and a half to get her a good job because the look wasn't coming together, and then we booked her on a job for British Owl, and suddenly she just took off, and that was great.
Was she a very angry person even back then?
No,
I mean,
she was so charming. I can't begin to tell you. She had so much vitality, and she was at a stage school, and she was a wonderful dancer, and her body was so toned, and she had this absolute infectious charm, and behind it a steely determination. And her mother was a dancer, Valerie, who was very nice and so furious that she wanted to be a model, and particularly as the first year took a long time for anything to happen. So we had to go and beg the mother to let us, you know, continue working with her. I said, look, it's gonna happen. And she was like, I had to go and dance on cruise ships to send her to stage school. I wanted to be a dancer, now you're telling me she wants to be a model, and da-da-da. And little did we know. So it was great, but you know, look, she was mischievous. Well, you know, spirited young girl. But you know, girls that go to stage schools, they do miss out on certain parts of education, and the industry doesn't allow girls to mature at the normal rate. They are thrust into an adult world.